Alright, good day everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading. Alright, you guys, so I'm here to give you your ancestral message for today. And what's happening right now in this very moment is the universe is calling for a change, and change is necessary. All right, change is necessary for growth. Okay, and so many of you have now gone through different levels of transformation, and as you continue to transform, you begin to evolve into an even better version of yourself. All right, and since we are an expression of the universe, our reality surrounding ourselves are of that expression, because we are of the universe. We came from it, right? And so your ancestors are saying that, like, this change that has occurred for you is going to be very beneficial to your newly evolved self. Okay, your newly evolved self. So although some of this change and some of this transformation may have been painful, may have felt like it was a bit destructive or going to destroy you, it did not, and it was necessary for this newer version of yourself. Because even though you may feel like you have not changed, everyone around you, even down to your soul, knows that some form of change has occurred, whether you think it's a small change or not. So it really don't matter how small you think the change is, but it matters how great the change is, and that the change has occurred. So it's a lot of transformations, okay? And because of these transformations, and because of these changes, and because of this level of acceptance that you have participated in, this level of growth that you have participated in, there's going to be changes in a lot of your situations. There is going to be a love that is going to come in. And when this love comes in, it's going to be like a connection that you have always desired, a connection that you have always waited for. It's going to be different. It's going to be challenging. It's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge you to be an even better version of yourself than you already are. Okay? So this love is going to activate another side of you that you didn't even know needed activating. So definitely, if you were desiring to know if love was in your forefront, then it's definitely coming, because things are going to begin to attract to this newly evolved self. All right. Before, that attraction couldn't see you. Right? That attraction couldn't see you because there was too many other things that needed to be moved out of the way in order for that individual or that being to begin to attract to your life. Okay? So it's definitely coming. All right? For those of you that are still dealing with self-doubt, your guides and your ancestors are saying, like, it's your knowing. Like, you already know. You already know what you're capable of, so you have to honor that, and you have to trust that, right? Like, it's a feeling that you get within that you know. You just know. You don't know how you know, but you just know. And they're saying that you need to go with that feeling, because that feeling is what's going to drive you. That feeling is what's going to motivate you. That feeling is what's going to unlock that magical side of you that you didn't know exists. So you need to honor your inner knowing. You need to feel deep within yourself. Feel your intuition. Understand it. All right? Understand it. That way it can help guide you and it can help lead you. They're saying that they've been sending you all kinds of different totems. And these totems are sending you different messages. So I'm not sure if these totems are coming in and you're not paying attention to them, but write them down. Begin to discover them. Begin to explore them. Begin to, if you got to get on Google and look things up, look them up. Figure out the spiritual meaning of those totems. Figure out the spiritual meaning of those numbers. Figure it out. All right? Divine over it. All right? Because your vibration has risen to a degree to where now you can rely on your own abilities to perform divination on yourself. Okay? So that's what your guides are wanting you to do. Your guides are wanting you to really trust what you're feeling about situations, what you're feeling about yourself, what you're feeling about your knowing. Okay? Somebody had something crumble. All right, someone has something crumble. They're showing me something that's crumbling. All right, what were you holding on to? That's what they want. Like, what were or what are you holding on to? All right, because this change that's coming or that's already here in the now, it's because you're holding on to this thing and you're refusing to release this thing that is difficult for you to see what's happening right now. Okay, but it's happening. It is happening. You're holding on to something that doesn't necessarily need you to hold it. All right? Remember the shedding of the skin. Getting rid of the old stuff. Shed the skin because it doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't do what it used to do. It doesn't provide the same level of security that it used to provide. It doesn't provide the same level of protection that it used to provide. So it's time to release it. Okay? So whatever this thing is that you're holding on to, this thing that's creating an unnecessary tower for you, all right, an unnecessary moment for you, release it, okay? But with this new level of awareness for many of you, right? For many of you that have gone through the different releases, that have gone through the different changes, your guides are saying, all right, now it's time for you to trust your skills. Okay, it's time for you to trust your talents. It's time for you to trust your gifts. All right, and this is what's going to fluctuate your current circumstances. Okay, so if, like, you know, but if money is your issue, right? If money is your issue, these gifts, these talents, this is what you need to rely on. This is what they're wanting you to rely on. Even when it feels like it's not going to do what it's supposed to do, they want you to rely on it anyway. Because the more that you do this, and the more that you invest in it, right? The more that you invest in your gifts, the more that you invest in your talents, the more that you invest in your intuition and your knowing, the more it's going to pay out for you. The more it's going to pay out. All right, but you have to invest first in order to see that increase. Okay? So that's what your guys are wanting you to do. They want you to trust that talent. All right, and they want you to direct that energy towards it, you guys. They want you to direct that energy towards it. And your ancestors are saying, like, you have to relinquish your desire to control things. All right? You have to relinquish your desires to control things, because that control is what's stopping you from enjoying certain moments. All right? So if you needing to play, then play. All right? If you needing to go have fun, then go have fun. But you cannot control the outcome of everything. Like, some of this stuff is beyond your control. Some of this stuff is not even within reach of your control. So you have to release and surrender your desires to try and control those things. Because you trying to control it and hold on to it and all of this different stuff is actually costing more energy, costing you to spend more energy than necessary. And you need to refocus that energy somewhere else, redirect that energy somewhere else, maybe redirecting that energy that you're using to control and focus it in on your gifts and your talents. all right? Or focusing in on understanding that new you, all right? The past, you have to not let go of the past, but release the idea that the past have control over now, because you are in the now. And because you are in the now, because you are in the present, the past no longer exists. And you can't think too far into the future. Although you want to set your intentions on what you want this moment right now, this full moon moment right now, to do for your future. But you can't live in the future and you can't live in the past. You have to live in the now. And right now, listening to your body, honoring yourself, and understanding what it is that you are needing to do to assist your new self in operating in an energy that is now requiring you to change some things, all right, and to create new habits, okay? But yeah, your ancestors are calling for that change, and they're calling for you to trust your talents, and they're calling for you to be open to all types of information, regardless of what type of information it is. And they're not saying like just listen to anything that comes your way, but they're saying that you'll have discernment, and there's going to be information that's going to be presented to you, and this information may not align with your religious views, it may not align with your spiritual views, it may not align with your practices, but there's something that you are going to learn from this information. It might be different than the way that you're used to doing things, see that change, but there's something that you are going to learn from it that's going to assist you. So they want you to be open to this information that's going to come in. And a lot of things that are in front of you or that are being presented to you, it's like things that you need to identify within yourself, like that you need to work on. Okay? And again, this journey, you're never going to stop growing, you're never going to stop learning, you're never going to stop healing. But there are things that are being presented to you, there's things that kind of make you uncomfortable. You know, there's things that you kind of ignore, and because you're ignoring them, you know, is causing things to be a little bit uncomfortable. All right, along with spirituality, along with your beliefs, along with this lifestyle, there are things of the 3D, there are things of this world that you have to acknowledge. Okay? And sometimes it'll show right up, right in front of you. And guess what? It's showing you, it's presenting something to you that you need to focus on. It's presenting something to you that you need to probably take a look at and reflect on. Because there may be something that is needing to change from that situation. Okay? Your ancestors and your guides are definitely wanting you to pay attention to all of the things around you. They want you to pay attention to all the things around you. Okay, baby. Okay. Pay attention to all the things around you and all of your little messengers. Okay? They're all presenting something to you that might change how you view things or might change how you look at things. Okay? There's going to be a coming together of some sort, like some type of adventure that you're going on, or some type of work that you're going to be doing with someone. All right? It's like going to be like a meeting of the minds, okay? And this meeting of the minds is going to provide you with a lot of information that is going to assist you in your daily life, in your practices, in everything that you do. All right, so there is definitely going to be a meeting of the mind. There's going to be, it's so much change coming, you guys. So many golden opportunities going to be presented to you. So many so many different things that is going to show itself to you. And your guides and your ancestors are saying, like, look, it's time for you to show who you really are. Okay? It's time for you to show people who you really are. It's time for you to stop pretending to be something that you're not and be who you desire to be. All right? It's time for you to take your mask off and just be who you desire to be. It's time for you to not live for nobody else. It's time for you to do things that doesn't pertain to doing it for anybody else. It's time for you to please yourself. Take some time out for yourself. Do things for yourself. All right? But right now, you're presenting yourself in a way that's not you. All right? So be true to yourself and be true to your soul and what your soul desires and what your soul wants. Okay? But again, trusting your talents, trusting your abilities, trusting your inner knowing, being the wise one regardless of what situation is presented to you, utilizing that wisdom regardless of what situation is presented to you. And even when you feel like there's a storm, bringing out the appropriate equipment for the storm. All right? You know what it is that you need for your storm. Okay? So your guides and ancestors are wanting you to utilize your tools, utilize your strengths, bring out the necessary tools that you need to bring out when it's time. Show the world who you are. Begin to unleash your magic. Begin to honor and respect your intuition. Begin to honor and respect the totems and the symbolism and the guidance and the downloads and the information that your guides, your ancestors, and your spirit team are giving you. All right? You're blessed to even get it. There's a lot of people out there that don't even get the downloads for themselves, but you're blessed to even get it. So your guides and your ancestors are wanting you to really honor your knowing. Okay? So that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you like the content on this page, go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll holler at y'all.